Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting with fourth topic of number system, that is divisibility. So if you have not seen the last videos, I would highly recommend to start from video number 1 and then come to this video. Okay. So let's start with today's topic, that is divisibility rules. Okay. So what exactly are the divisibility rules? So divisibility rules are, simply put, they are the check to see if a number is divided by another number, right? Suppose I say, is number 25 divisible by 2? So how do you do it? You do it like this. Then you do the simple division. 2 ones are 2. Then you're left with 5 comes here. Then 2, 4, and then you're left with some remainder, and that's it. So if any remainder is left in the end, you say that number is not completely divisible. So hence the 25 is not divisible by 2, right? So this is one way of doing it. Check, do the simple division and then check if the number is divisible, or there is another way of doing it, and all those ways combined are known as divisibility rules, right? So let's start. You will understand it even better. So let's start. First one is divisibility rule of 2. When do we say a number is divisible by 2? Right? When do we say a number is divisible by 2? It is very easy. You just check. Suppose I give you a big number, 1, 4, 2, 8, 6, 4. Correct? So I ask you, is the number, this big number, is divisible by 2? What are the ways? You either do the simple division, check the remainder, and then you can give the answer. Or divisibility rule says you just check the last digit, last one digit. That's it. You just check the last one digit and see if that one digit is divisible by 2. If it is, then you can say this complete number is divisible by 2, or else no. So what is the last digit here? Last digit is 4. So is 4 divisible by 2? Answer is yes. So this complete number is divisible by 2. Correct? So a shortcut for 2 is you just check the last digit, and if any of the last digit is either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, you will simply say that number is divisible by 2. Or the last digit is an even number, you say the complete number is divisible by 2. Correct? Divisibility by 2, easiest of all, done. Correct? I will be putting a tick here. Now moving on. Let's see this. Divisible by 4. To check the divisible by 4, you don't need to check the last digit only, you check the last two digits. So what are the last two digits here? The last two digits are 64. So rather than checking the complete number, right, you just check the last two digits. If the last two digits are divisible by 4, then the complete number is divisible by 4. So is 64 divisible by 4? The answer is yes. So you will say the complete number is divisible by 4. Correct? Now, moving on. Divisibility by 4 is also done. Let's see divisible by 8. Now, if to check the divisible by 8, you don't check only the last one or the last two, but the last three digits. So, the last three digits are the 864. You just check if it is divisible by 8. The answer is yes. So, you can say the complete number is divisible by 4. Correct? So, you can see the pattern here, that 2 raised to power 1, 2. So, to check the divisible by 2, you just need to check the last one digit. 2 raised to power 2 is 4. To check the divisible by 4, you check the last two digits. 2 raised to power 3 is 8. So, to check the divisible by 8, you check the last 8 digits, last, not 8, but last 3 digits. To check 2 raised to power 4 is 16. So, to check the divisible by 16, you check the last 4 digits and so on. Correct? So, this is the easiest divisibility rule. You for the any number, means for the power of 2's, like 2, 4, 8, 16. So if you know one, you know all. Correct? Now moving on to the next one, divisibility rule of number 3. So this big number is given to you. Correct? Now they are asking you, is the number divisible by 3? What are the ways? You either divide it completely by 3, check the remainder and give me the answer, or the divisibility rule says you do the sum of the digits. Sum of the digit means 6 plus 9 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6. 2 plus 4, sorry. 2 plus 4. Do the sum of the digits. What is the sum of the digits here? I see as 9 plus 9 18 plus 2 20 plus 10 30. So the sum of the digits is 30. Now rather than checking the original number, just check if this sum of the digits is divided by 3. Answer is yes. So the complete number is also divisible by 3. Correct? Moving on to the divisibility of 9. Why I am taking 3, 9 together? Because their divisibility rules are the same. Right? Now the divisibility of rule is 9 is exactly same as 3. You do the sum of the digit 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 8 plus 2. So do the summation here. 6 plus 4 12, 12 plus 5 17, 17 plus 2 is 19 plus 8 is 27. Correct? Now check the divisibility of 27 by 9. So is 27 divided by 9? Yes. So the original number will also be divisible by 9. So till now we have done 2, 4, 8, 16 we also know and so on. Then we have 3 and 9. So these divisibility rules are done. Moving on to the next easiest divisibility rules. For the divisibility rule of 5. So to check if a number is divisible by 5, suppose I say 8, 64, 9, 82, 4. Now to check if this number is divisible by 5, so to check the divisible by 5, you just check the last digit. In the case of 5, you just check the last digit, and the last digit has to be either 0 or 5. Either 0 or 5. If it is any other number than 0 or 5, then it will not be divisible by 5. That is the case here. Since the last digit is not 0 or 5, then we say this number is not divisible by 5. Right? Suppose I am some 8, 64, 25. So is this number divisible by 5? Yes, because the last digit is divisible by 5. Oh, sorry, the last digit is either 0 or 5. Correct? Now divisibility of 10. Simplest of all, you just check the last digit has to be 10. There needs 10 in the end. So if the number is 86425, then there should be at least 10 in the end. Even 864250000 is also divisible by 10. Why? Because the last digit has to be 0. Apart from that, it does not matter. So the last digit has to be 0 for it to be divisible by 10. Now the divisible by 100, same. Instead of last one digit, last two digits have to be 0, 0. So first number is divisible by 100? No. But the second number is divisible by 100. Why? Because the last two digits are 0, 0. So it is divisible by 100. Same goes for 1000. So how many digits you need? You need 3 zeros in the end. Right? And this is the way you can do the divisibility of 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on. Correct? Moving on. Moving on to the next part. Divisibility by 6. 6 is a special case. Why? Because there is no straightforward divisibility of 6, but we can break it down. How do we check it? So the number to be divisible by 6, it has to be divisible by 2 plus divisible by 3 at the same time. Means this has to be true and this has to be true. It cannot be that one is true and another is false. Both have to be true at the same time. Then only we will say it is divisible by 6. How? Let's see. The number given to us is 695,427. Right? So how do we check the divisibility of 3? 6 plus 9 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2 plus 7. Correct? So we have 9 plus 9, 27 plus 6. 27 plus 6 is 33. So 33 divided by 3. So the second part is surely true. What about first part? Is first part true? Let's see. So is it divisible by 2? 695,427. How do we check the divisibility of 2? You just check the last digit. The last digit has to be divisible by 2. That means the last digits can only be either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. But it is failing in this case. So we'll say one is true, one is false. So say the total it is not divisible by 6. Correct? Both have to be true at the same time. Correct? Now moving on to the next divisibility. 7 is out of scope for the exam. They don't ask you the divisibility by 7, and don't worry about it. You just know the important one. So till now we have done 2, 4, 8, right? Then we learnt about 3, 9. Then we learnt about 5, and then 10, hundreds. Then we learnt about 6. 7 we are not going to do because it is not, they are not going to ask you about the divisibility by 7. 8, 9 already covered, 10 already covered. Now moving on to the 11 one. This is an interesting one. In the divisibility by 11, you have to do a rabbit hops. What are rabbit hops? You just write down a number 2, 9, 4, 3, 5, 4, 2, 8. Right? How does a rabbit hop? Rabbit hops from one position, and just like rather than going from one to next, we are going to jump over the another number. How? Suppose I start from here. Rather than going from 8 to 2, I do a jump, alternate jump, and go reaches 4. From here, I do another jump to 3, another jump to 9. So, what is this rabbit hop? You skip one number in between. Same, do another rabbit is here. He is starting from here and is doing another rabbit hops, but skipping the in one number at a time. Right? So, what is the summation of first rabbit? Means sum of the digits of first rabbit, that is 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 9. So it will come out to be 12 plus 3 15 plus 9 24. Right? So the first rabbit sum of digits is 24. What about the second one? 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2. So do the sum of the digits, that is 6 plus 5 11 plus 2 13. Right? So we have 24 from the first jump, 13 from the second jump. Subtract it. 24 minus 13 is 11. Correct? So this number has to be divisible by 11. Then only we will say that number is divisible by 11. Otherwise not. Since it is true, so we'll say this, yes, this number is divisible by 11. Let's take another example. 5, 7, 4, 6, 3, 8, 1, 1. Hope number 1. 1, 2, 3. Then we cannot do more hopes. So we have 8 plus 1 plus 6 plus 7. So what is the total number? 9 plus 6, 15 plus 7, 22. Correct? Do another jump. This jump, and this jump. So summation is 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10 plus 3, 13. So 22 minus 13, you are left with what? 9. So we'll say this is not divisible by 11. So hence it is not divisible by 11. This complete number. Correct? I hope this is clear. And now moving on to the last one, and that is divisibility by 12. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to give you an idea. So to check the divisible by 12, you have the similar to 6. You need to check two divisibilities at the same time. Divisibility by 3, divisibility by 4. Correct? So both have to be true. Both have to be true for it to completely divisible by 12. So in this case 496076, you check and see by sum of digits. Do the sum of digit, apply the divisibility rule of 3, and then see if it is divisible by 3, and do the similar thing. 496076, in the divisibility of 4 says that you have to check the last two digits. If last two digits are divisible by 4, so you need true or yes 2 on both sides. It has to be divisible by 3 and has to be divisible by 4 for it to be completely divisible by 12. Correct? So if it is the case, then yes, otherwise it will not be divisible. This is a homework for you. Check it on your own. Correct? So we have learnt about 2, 4, 8, then 3 and 9 we have learnt. Then we learnt about 5, 10 and hundreds. Then we learnt about 6, which was very similar to the 12. Just see the difference. Then we skipped 7, and then we learnt about number 11. Correct? So these many divisibility rules you need to know for the exam. Very important. Right? Now, let's see a question here. This is CSAT 2019. Very easy. Now you know the divisibility rule of 3. Let's see. A 8-digit number. A number is given to you. This is a number. Leaves remainder 0 when divided by 3. So can we say this number is divisible by 3? Sorry, divisible by 3. Correct? So for this number to be divisible by 3, we already know the divisibility rule. 4 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 7 plus 4 plus 6 plus b. Correct? Now do the summation here. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 5 11 plus 2 13 plus 7 20 plus 30. So 30 plus b is the sum of the digits. Correct? So how many b's values of b's are possible? So we know that 30 plus b is divisible by 3, right? So b, what are the values b can take? B can either be 0, so that will make it 30 plus 0 30. So 30 divided by 3, so answer will be yes. Can b be 1? No, because 30 plus 1 will be 31, so it cannot be the case, right? So similar way, this was the first answer, this was the second, could be 30 plus 3. So you will get 33 divided by 3. So that will also be yes. Third case will be 30 plus 6. So you will get 36 divided by 3. So you will be having another yes. Another one is 30 plus 9. So you will have 39 by 3. So you will have 4 yes. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 values of b that are possible, that is 0, 3, 6 and 9. So the answer is 4. Easy. So for such questions, you need to know the divisibility rules by heart, and these questions will be very easy. Otherwise, there is no other way for you to tackle this question in the exam. You can try it on your own. Try the simple divisibility rule, not going to work. Correct? Now let's move on. And so this marks the end of this video, and that's wrap up the divisibility rule part. So with these tips, what I have taught you, you are going to save a lot of time, as we have seen in this question. Rather than, if you know divisibility of rule 3, then only you will be able to solve this question. Otherwise, forget it. Correct? So we are going to end this video here. Please don't forget to like this video and share with your friends who you think are going to benefit from this course, and believe and trust us, we are going to complete the quant section of this exam in our videos in next 1 or 2 months. So please stay tuned with us and keep practicing the theory part, and the PYQs, just put it on us. We are going to cover it for you, right? So till then, we'll see you in the next video. Please keep practicing, and best of luck for your exam.